So before starting this review, I gave a lot of serious consideration as to whether I should have gone with the no product in my hair, floppy, bushy hair, just like old Justin used to have back in the day. But I thought that might be too corny. So we'll just stick with this. Welcome to Y.E.S, all internet viewers out there. Today we're going to review the debut EP by Justin Bieber, My World. My goodness, it's been a while. I am late on reviewing Justin's Justice, so I thought, why don't I just lead up to it by reviewing all of his music? This was released all the way near the end of 2009. I remember when Justin Bieber released his first single, One Time. Now here's a little background story with this. This song came on the scene and I thought to myself, this kid could be very popular, especially with this Usher connection that he happens to have. But when I saw the music videos, I thought, okay, well, he's not there yet, but he could be popular. This is someone who isn't going to go away. During that very same time, I was going on my 2-year mission to Chile and had a great time, but between that time, something to note, Chileans at that time, not a lot of people used headphones, whether you were in a taxi or just in the street. People usually put everything on speakerphone. So when Bieber got a little bit more popular, I heard him a lot while I was down there. They played a lot of American music down there. It wasn't just reggaeton or whatever it is that you think that part of Latin America plays. So the first track on here is indeed One Time. I didn't care for it much then, so I don't have much disdain for it now. It definitely hasn't aged well, but I don't know if it was really in season at that time either. It was just a kid wanting to have a good time and sings about a girl. That's cute. Regardless of that, and despite how young he was at the time, Justin can showcase in a couple of songs here that he does have some swagger that is earned. Other times it kind of feels like we're going to push you a little bit to kind of get on that corporate mass audience kind of thing, or at least the mass audience of women out there. I would say probably the best things that came out of this were the song Favorite Girl. It's an even-paced song. It's not too cheesy. You would think maybe lyrically reading it, yeah, just plain reading it, maybe it is, but vocally I think he delivered it just fine. The next song that I thought he actually did a pretty good job on is Bigger. Both the guitars and the beats in here actually have the right kind of vibe that's going for the kind of youth demographic. Then the other song I actually enjoy a lot is his hit One Less Lonely Girl. I think that there is an okay argument for some people to say that's probably on the cheesy side. And I'm like, I see your point, but I don't think it really crosses that line too much. It's like it just wants to stand on it just for fun. I think for the time it was cute, and I think it kind of provides a narration that is something that a girl of that age at that time would find very endearing. Now, the things that I don't like about this EP is when he does go for maybe a little bit more of a mellow tempo. It kind of feels like it's slightly more dramatic than it really should be, and that kind of is something that I think goes along with some other songs leading into his future. And it's not just him. I think there's a lot of pop artists that do that actually, especially in the early 2010s. And then the song First Dance, it features Usher. I actually don't think Usher complimented the song very well. I thought it could have done without him, actually, which is kind of weird. It was just like, oh, this is kind of like the big intro. It's like, yeah, this is my boy here that I just signed to my record label. And I'm like, yeah, let him do it. Like, I love Usher, I really do, but I don't think it was necessary for Usher to insert himself in there, or if Justin invited him. I don't know how it works. But overall, from the point of view of a debut and the fact that this is an EP, how did he do? I think that about half of this, maybe a little bit more than half of the production, actually is fine. Some of it probably feels like it's aged a little bit, but I wouldn't argue that it aged that much or that poorly. And then there are some other things where I feel like this is only going to work for one demographic versus another, and that's fine that it does that. It's just that, it kind of just feels like it's very noticeable. And then lyrically, just not that deep at the moment. Not that I would expect it to be, but maybe based on expectations, which I don't know if are just or not, it's just kind of all right. I would say that 3 songs in here work out pretty good. And then the others, it's just pop stuff. You know, it's not pop crap. It's just pop stuff. It's just there. It's like, we know what this is, and it's fine for what it is. So yeah. So after having listened and reviewed this album, I'm going to give production a B, creativity a B-, expression and lyrics a C+. And how would I recommend this album? I would give it a good. EP, not album, EP. Whatever. I think this is kind of a fun idea for me. I think it would be interesting to dig into this kind of discography. Is there a Bieber album I really love or I really hate? I don't know. I hope I don't hate one, but, this is the first EP. We got to get a long way before we get to Justice. So, yeah, we'll see where that leads us. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me in my social media links down in the description below, and be sure to leave a like for the video as well as a comment down below if you want to engage with me. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.